Okay. So yeah, in conjunction with the Oskaloosa School District, Kristen Bandy, myself, Stacy, of course, the principal at the high school, Nate from Indian Hills Community College, and then I work with Indian Hills Community College and Iowa Workforce Development. The push in the state of Iowa is apprenticeable occupations as being another opportunity in addition to just straight college, coming out of school, going to school, or going back to school. The apprenticeship program that we have here today, we've got several employers that actually have a Department of Labor registered apprenticeship program and offering kids opportunities to enroll in those programs while in school right now. So John Deere, for example, is offering an opportunity for kids that are in school to work for them part-time, and they can spend their junior and senior year going through an apprenticeship program, and then upon graduation, start working full-time for John Deere. So that's one company that there's an apprenticeable occupation for, where you can start earlier than graduation. So fantastic opportunities, and that's really what we're here doing, is promoting those opportunities for kids to understand there's something beyond just knowing that, hey, I've got to go to a 4-year school to be successful. No, you don't. You can be successful at a 2-year college, or you can be successful at getting a job in an apprenticeable occupation right out of high school, let somebody else pay for your education, and succeed that way. Typical apprenticeship program, there's over 1,200 registered apprenticeship programs. So to say in one thing it'd be a really large stretch. There's apprenticeable occupations in nearly every possible career you could think of. Anything, of course, in the state of Iowa, the push is for advanced manufacturing, IT, and healthcare. So advanced manufacturing, for example, could be here in Oskaloosa, could be Kelderman Manufacturing, MCG, Clow. Those are just a few of the companies here. It could go outside of that in IT. You could be in the banking industry, Shazam Network in Des Moines, which they'll take somebody through a 2-year program. They'll finish the first year at a school, and then after their first year, they will employ them and pay them. It's a little north of $80,000 a year. So tremendous opportunities for young individuals to have a career. They're not going in debt, in the student loan debt. They're actually having the business generally pay for their school or their education, and if not, they're typically being compensated very well so they can actually pay for their school instead of just going into debt. So yeah, fantastic opportunities.
Students today, how many did we have here today?
We had 125 students that signed up, and I think we had 107 that came out today for this event, which we had the event last year. It was a little bit smaller numbers, and we did the event at the Oskaloosa School. The mall was gracious enough to allow us this facility. Fantastic opportunities here, and it worked out very well.
Well, this is a statewide initiative. I know Governor Reynolds was here 6 months ago.
Yes.
She toured, I think, Cunningham's, who has an extensive apprenticeship.
Yes.
Is that initiative from the state continuing? How are they helping fund that? How are they
Yes, there are both state and federal dollars that are going into apprenticeship occupations, and also the training of those, and different grants that are offered every year. In fact, Oskaloosa School District was awarded a grant. Mahaska Health Partnership was awarded a grant to help initiatives and pay for the training and internship programs and opportunities for students. So yeah, there's a tremendous push both at the state level and the federal level to get more involvement, to kind of create that funnel of future employers in the apprenticeable occupations, so that we know that businesses can find and train those individuals that are willing to stay in the area.
Trades and other sorts of things.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that push has gone on for so many years in the STEM curriculum at school level, and pushing that college is the only way to be successful. So it's been to our own detriment that we've pushed that. It is important, but now we've realized, okay, maybe we pushed that a little bit too far, because there are viable opportunities that exist in the vocational settings where, as you said, an example would be I called an electrician 2 weeks ago, called 4 of them, and I haven't gotten a call back from a single one. Why is that? Well, it's because they're so busy they can't keep up. So that tells you, yes, there are career opportunities that exist in those fields. Tremendous opportunities. Kind of reaching a saturation point. I don't think in the advanced manufacturing we've got our lowest unemployment rate now that we've ever had. Okay, so that plays into a portion of it, but I don't think in the fields that we offer in those advanced manufacturing, IT, healthcare fields, I don't think we're ever going to reach a saturation point of having enough skilled and specifically trained labor for each and every individual business. Because welding, for example, at John Deere and welding at Kelderman Manufacturing they're both welding, but they're still 2 totally different things. So the specific training that a John Deere employee needs versus what a Kelderman employee needs, there's some differences there. So I think there's enough opportunities in Oskaloosa, but then once they get that apprenticeable credential, and if they decide they want to move outside of Oskaloosa, that certificate travels with them. They can go anywhere in the United States and show that credential, and it travels with them. So even if we saturated Oskaloosa with employees, which I still don't think will ever happen, they could go elsewhere as well, into even other communities. Vermeer is an excellent opportunity as well.
School is?
I'm the high school work-based learning coordinator for Oskaloosa and Eddyville both. Yep.
So can you explain what that position is really about?
Yeah, so the work program at Oskaloosa and Eddyville both is a program for seniors interested in a career field, but they don't know exactly what it is. So it gives them 1, 2, or 3 different trimesters. They can go out into a career field they think they might like to go into. Maybe they've taken a high school class, maybe they've done a part-time job, maybe they've done a sophomore job shadow, but they want to learn more about that career, how to be successful in it, what type of skills it takes, and just practice those skills for about 12 to 18 weeks. Schools started with the work-based learning program. I was hired about 12 years ago. There was a program before that. And so the schools have had work programs for years. I think people my age knew it as office education. They did a half day. It's kind of evolved into where it's called the World of Work, or the MOC program now. And in the last 10, 12 years that I've been doing this, we started with some very receptive businesses, and now we're kind of the point where businesses are knocking on our door and say, yes, we'd like to have some talented students, and some students maybe possibly work for us, and we'd like to help our Oskaloosa High School, Eddyville High School students learn those job skills they're going to have when they graduate. So it's been a real good working relationship with businesses and the school district. Yeah, that's the best part. They come back all the time. This is fantastic. So the students are coming to the counselors. They might come to myself with, this is a career I'd like to go into. I've taken accounting, I've taken some math science classes, I've taken some science classes, I've taken an elective course in the CTE programs, and I think I'd like to be, and they name off a career. And I'm like, okay, if I can place you in that Oskaloosa, if I can find a business to take you, then we'll get that school to business partnership going. And so the biggest benefit to students is getting those real life skills that they'll be using every day in that career field. And they can see that, yes, I love this. This is what I want to do. Or, you know what, I really thought I wanted to do that career, but I don't want to. Let's try something else. So in Oskaloosa, they have 3 different chances to try 3 different careers. And Eddyville students have a couple different chances, and theirs is a semester by semester basis. Yep. And so the successes are huge. I have students coming back and that, yes, I want to do this when I go to college. I'm going to go into it. I have students who are like, oh, yeah, Mrs. Bandy, you can put me in that career, but you know what? I don't really think I want to do it, but I'll try it. And then they come back with, wow, I absolutely love it. This is what I'm going to do for my lifelong career. So I think in Oskaloosa, I probably have 70 businesses that we've worked with over the last 10 or 12 years. Maybe we're up to 75 and 85 at this point. So successes across the board, whereas I think it's a success if a student even thinks, I want to go in this career field, but they're out there for a trimester or a semester and they don't. That's equally successful, because then they don't go to college, they don't go to work and get their education or their training, and that not be what they want to do for a career. And then what we teach at the high school in today's world is really all about the career pathway. And the career pathway is those skills you learn and a certain set of business or a certain set of careers that you can use in 5 or 10 or 12 or 15 other careers. So it's not just the career you graduate with, the skills you have, those skills transfer to lots of different jobs. If you 5 years in, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, you have a very specific skill set that you can go find other jobs. And so that's kind of where we talk to our students about in today's world. That's the main idea of this event, is to have our high school students figure out there's other options to do in the world other than go straight to work or go to a 4-year college. There's lots of other options where they don't have to have any debt, or they can test drive those careers that they think they'd like to do. And so that's part of the reason we have this event, and have all the different businesses come in and talk to our students, which gives them a well-rounded look at other options available to them. They do. Our high schools kind of state pushed a little bit, but our high schools are definitely on board across state, is having students college and career ready. So by the time they graduate, have a good idea what they want to do in life after high school, for a college or career, either one. And in today's world of high school education, we're giving students lots of options to be career ready if they want to. And not just high school education and done, but they have a chance to take some of those classes in high school that's going to make them successful in the world after high school. We have a lot of welding programs, we have nursing programs, we have IT programs, so there's lots of different options for students.